It's time for some more running, taking that idol and trying to escape. This is Indie Spotlight. Welcome to Indie Spotlight, the show where we take indie video game news, trailers, and new releases, and we get them out there for you guys to check out. As always, we are starting with trailers this week. The first trailer that we have for you is Reyes. As you can see from the trailer, Reyes looks to be a very, very unique type of two-dimensional game. I like that it looks like it's going to take place on a planet and you play as these bigger characters, trying to build up a society that then tries to bring you down. I think it's a very cool idea, and I'm wondering if there will be different branching ideas as to what exactly you can do with the characters that created in the world. If you can actually get them to love you, if you can get them to hate you, you know, all these different things, and like they'll determine how your world will, you know, develop. But from the trailer alone, it looks really cool. I like the design, I like the style of it, and I like the characters too. They kind of look like Shadow of the Colossus type colossi, so it looks really cool. The next trailer that we have for you this week is Backspace. Backspace looks to be using the same kind of style, dual stick shooter that, you know, Geometry Wars used and introduced to the world, and basically everybody's been copying ever since. But what makes it so much different is obviously it looks like you have a little tail of grenades that you can throw, and that'll take care of obstructions in your way and lets you do a whole bunch of new things. The visual style of it looks very good. It looks very, very, very graphically impressive, and then it also it looks like it plays very well. So I'm excited to see how it turns out. And I love me some dual stick shooter games, so I'm excited to play this one. Final trailer that we have for you this week is Defense Grid Containment.
There is an old saying, man makes plans and God laughs. Our plan was to close the blasted portal left behind by the aliens, and we did just that. But it wasn't enough. fight to our enemy. And yet this plan too went awry. I'm sorry, my friend, for getting you into this mess. But our new plan must, no, will succeed, or all will be lost.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I am a huge fan of the first Defense Grid. I love that game. I bought all the DLC for it. Containment is another addition to it, and it just looks like it's just more awesome tower defense. And you know, I'm a huge tower defense person. One of the most addicting games for me has been Bloons Tower Defense, either whether it be on Newgrounds or Congregate or whatever site it's on. That game has always hooked me. But Defense Grid was the first time I played an arcade game that really got me hooked like that, and it was actually the first one that I did a review of. Long time ago, I did the arcade review of the first Defense Grid. It's a great game, and the voice character is just absolutely hilarious and great. Very reminiscent of Gladys from Portal, which, if you have the PC version of Defense Grid, you can get some Portal-themed DLC for it that has Gladys in it. It's really difficult, very challenging game, but I highly recommend it. If you love tower defense, or if you just want a really cool, fun game, it's a great one. I highly recommend it. I cannot wait for Containment to come out. I'm going to be downloading that in no time. First bit of news that we have for you this week is that Indie Royale is releasing a new bundle. This one is the Snowstorm bundle. It has a couple new games. It's got Robo Blitz on there. It's got Robot Riot. It has Project Aftermath. And if you pay over at $8, you will get an extra title, Planetary. So if you want to check that out, link is in the description. If you're a fan of older Sonic games, like me, then you may have heard about this new project called Freedom Planet. It's got a Kickstarter going on right now, and heavily inspired by Sonic, as well as other 16-bit platformers and side-scrollers, Rystar being one of them, or you know, Strider, or any of these other types of games. Currently, if you spend $10 to support their Kickstarter fund, which actually at the moment is way over what they intended to raise for it, they're approximately over 300% at this moment in time. But if you want to go over there, if you spend $10, you will get a free, well, not free, but you'll get a downloadable copy of the game, as well as a Steam code. Obviously, you're paying the $10 for the game. They're hoping to get it onto green light, so I have not had a chance to check the demo out. I just downloaded it a little while ago, and hopefully I will be trying it here soon. Possibly maybe a little video about it as well, who knows. But it does look very cool, and from what I've seen, it looks like it's going to be very much like an old Sonic game. So if you are a Sonic retro fan, this might be something you want to check out. If you remember, a couple of weeks ago I released a video showing off the new Street Fighter X Mega Man and me being an absolutely terrible gamer at it. We'll leave a link for that in the description. But version 2.0 just came out. If you watched the video of me playing it before, you realize that there were a couple bugs. Some of it, you know, being either controller support wasn't the greatest. There was no save feature, things like that made it a little more difficult to enjoy. Version 2 has come out with a couple of new fixes for bugs. One of them being the controller support. Hopefully this time around we'll be able to use the D-pad and not have to rely on our analog stick. No word on whether or not there is a save feature put in this time. I really hope there is, because that was a really big downfall for me in terms of trying to beat the game. But if there's a save feature, that makes it even better. You can take screenshots now. They have heightened Bison up, so he's a little tougher. And apparently there's a new challenger, a new character that they put in there, a new battle. So hopefully this one is a lot more fun. And if you want, you can go check it out. It is free, so you might as well download it and check it out. Alright, new releases this week. We have Castle Dracula and then Temple Run 2. If you're a big Temple Run fan, then obviously you're going to love the second one. They showed some video of it. Looks really cool, looks much more innovative than the first one. It is currently just for iOS, but the Android version will be coming out in a couple of weeks. instead of a couple of months as last time. But in the meantime, if you have an Android tablet or phone and you don't want to wait on playing Temple Run 2, you might want to check out Activision's Pitfall game. I actually just downloaded it for my tablet, and in my opinion, I actually enjoy it much more than I ever did with Temple Run, so it might be something you want to check out. Either way, Temple Run is a lot of fun too, so either game is going to be a blast. So that's it for this week of Indie Spotlight. If you have any extra information you want to let us know about, whether it be trailers, news, or whatever, you can hit me up at Twitter at twitter.com/daysrim, Ryan at twitter.com/masterblood, Tim at twitter.com/shadowkingpin, or VBGTV at twitter.com/VBGTV. I'm your host, Kyle Locke, and I will see you next week when we talk more about indie video game news, trailers, and new releases.